Hi guys, salam alaikum. So I'm out here on Laguna Beach. I just got rained out of the patio I was on. So I was at home, I was chilling, I felt like a little down, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go over here, catch a vibe. I feel really inspired and excited when I'm outside. So my go-tos are like going to the beach, going for a walk. My number one fave thing to do is like just go to a coffee shop, sit on a patio, check it out. I just love seeing all the coffee shops, and like having a little coffee always makes me feel better. Alhamdulillah. So I was basically working outside, started raining, I went inside and I sat there, and then they're like, we're closing, and I'm like, what? It's only 4. So then I just decided to stand outside in the rain, watch the rain, video it, make some dua, and to think. And I was just like thinking, you know, we have such a desire to control everything in our lives, right? It's like an illusion though, like for me. And I'm like, where am I headed? What am I gonna do? You know, in life, I feel like we all get this sense of pressure. I mean, with the connectivity of the internet, and not even that, just being in the presence of other people by nature, we just want to be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What am I doing? What should I be doing? What do you think that I should be doing? I heard this interesting thing once, and it was saying that like our sense of self doesn't come from what we think of ourselves. It comes from, what do I think that you think about me? That's my sense of self. So not what I think you think, it's what I think you think about me. And you know, that was really interesting. So like I'm just sitting here, I'm thinking, and I'm like, you know, what am I gonna do? What am I supposed to you know, naturally, like when you have exposure, you want to be like, I hope everybody's pleased with me. And it kind of perpetuates like a sense of like people pleasing. I think this is something we see a lot as reverts, the stress and the pressure to fit into society, to be who our family, our friends, and who everybody wants us to be, right? I know that I had the biggest identity crisis of my life when I became Muslim, and I was trying to be who they wanted me to be, who they expected me to be, and who they were telling me to be. But I was also trying to be who I wanted, what I wanted, do my thing. And, you know, it was just like very stressful. So I don't know, I guess this is a random video just about like tune everybody out and do your thing. Because if I have to look back at my revert journey, the number one thing one of the top things I would have changed was stop doing the fake Instagram, stop doing the double Instagram, stop being sensitive, stop worrying about, I was so worried about criticism, about feedback. And I think this is something I still struggle with, because it's like I get, you know, people are going to say, don't go on the internet if you don't want feedback. But we could argue that I would have this issue even if I had one friend and one family member and 2 followers and a private profile, you know what I mean? But it's just kind of, we have a desire to fit in. We have a desire to be accepted, because this is the psychology of the human. This is how we function. We're part of a herd. Once you stop participating, the herd starts looking at you like you're an outsider. So as a revert, this is something I went through super thick, because as I was starting to separate myself, I started exploring Islam. Everybody started like, what are you doing? That's wrong. You shouldn't do that. And they started encouraging me. No, stay the same. We like you how you are. We like you like this. We want you like this. And it caused me to feel like I couldn't be myself. And I think that that's where the identity crisis comes from, is you're not being authentic to who you want. So, you know, people who want to do a certain thing or live a certain lifestyle or change their hair, whatever it is, we're like afraid about how we're going to be received. And I feel like for me, the more I tried to please everybody else and openly be who they wanted, the more it caused me to be who I was in secret. I hid my prayers, I hid my faith, I hid, you know, my fasting, I hid, you know, everything, right? Because it's like when you come out and you say, yo, I like this is what I do, and they go, oh, no, that's not good enough. You're like, oh, okay, well, you, number one, don't want to come back to these people. You don't want to tell them anything, because, you know, the way the brain works, subhanAllah, is we are wanting to protect ourselves from emotional or psychological stress. So, I don't know. I guess really what the moral of my story that I'm thinking right now is, stop trying to compete with others. Stop trying to win support and validation. Stop trying to validate yourself and connect on the outside, because it's not real. And wallahi, when I look back at my journey and how sensitive I was, how insecure I was. Now, I'm still sensitive and insecure. Alhamdulillah. but I'm more like confident, like I'm Muslim. Like, yeah, what? Like, you don't like it? What are you gonna say? Like something bad? Like, what, you don't agree with my life choice? Like, okay, I have figured out who I am. I know what I stand for, and I know I'm not gonna change, right? This is my thing. I wish that I would have gotten that self-esteem and created that sense of self and gotten my validation from myself and from Allah a lot sooner, because it would have prevented me from trying to keep up with people and be what they wanted, because I really truly got to a point where I was so exhausted and I was like, people don't love me for me. They love me for who they think I am or who I'm acting for them. And then I was like, is that even love? They only love me if I'm not Muslim? That's not even love. That's not love. That's not how we should treat people we love. That's not how we should treat other people. You know what I mean? Wow, subhanAllah, I just saw lightning. But if you are in one of these situations, know who you are and know what you like. Think about what you want in your life and follow that. Can you hear the lightning and the thunder? You probably can't. It cracked really loud though, subhanAllah. Think about who you are and surround yourself with people that appreciate who you are and support who you are, that aren't judging you. You know, if you're trying to fit into these situations where you're being judged and you're feeling awkward, leave it. Rip the Band-Aid off. Tell them right now, this is what I am, this is what I plan to do. I feel like people have a lot of feedback for me still, what I should do, what I shouldn't do, how I should handle my affairs, how I should move forward in life, what I should do for a career, who I should marry. And it's like, I feel like all of this noise really does affect us. I feel like maybe that's why I was feeling weird today. I feel like affected. And it's essential to shut the world out and to think about you. I wonder if you can hear the rain. SubhanAllah. Let's make some dua. Ya Allah, make us strong. Make us strong believers. Make us firm believers. Bring us health. Bring us happiness. Bring us righteous spouses. Ya Allah, please give us confidence to be who we are. Make us strong believers in this day and age, because it's hard. It's hard in this dunya. I mean, but anyways, I'm just saying, like, figure out who you are and stick to it. Don't change for anybody. And if you're feeling stressed out and overwhelmed, cut yourself off from people and just focus on yourself for a while. You know, that's why I came to the coffee shop today. I'm like, I'm just going to chill. I'm going to work on my stuff. I'm going to think. I have to disconnect and, you know, come back to me. And it's just so easy in this day and age to distract. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Tumblr. Does anybody still go on Tumblr? I don't. Chat. I know for me, I talk to a lot of people all day because this is what I do. I'm chatting with people online. I'm chatting with people in person. I'm texting. I'm calling. I'm life coaching. I'm doing XYZ. And it all gets into our heads. This is where I feel like our connection with the Almighty is always really important. And it's important to take the time out of your day to think about who you are, what you want to be, and to set the goals. Because a GPS that has no destination, you're just going to be driving around all day. You don't know if you're going to the store, to LA, or if you're driving to Mexico, or what. So, yeah, just a little talk today, guys. Stay positive. Focus on yourself. Figure out what you want and stick to it. People are going to think you're crazy, but guess what? The prophets, peace be upon them, I'm not comparing us to them. They obviously had to stick to their thing even when there was doubters, all sorts of things. And, you know, sometimes you just have to know who you are and know you're blessed. Stick to it, do it. And, you know, like my little avocado seed, if you saw my stories on Instagram, it was like literally a seed, like the pit of the avocado in Ramadan. And about 3 weeks ago, it had these huge long roots and like just barely like this. Now, wallahi, it's like this long. It has 3 leaves. And I just looked at that little plant today and I was like, you are a reminder to me. You are a reminder that sometimes I don't feel like the steps are really adding up or the progress isn't happening. But it's so slowly. Listen, May, June, July, August, September, 5 months, over 5 months has done so many little steps that it's now this tall. It's now this tall. So, you know, be like my little avocado plant. I was also listening to something earlier and it was talking about your purpose has already been chosen by God. You just have to basically let it come to you. It's already been written, and you stressing and trying to figure things out isn't going to make it happen faster. So, thoughts of the day. Stay positive, stay doing your thing, know who you are, learn, grow, follow what excites you. You know, get outside, make sure you do your salah, and, you know, try and stay unbothered. Try and disengage from distracting yourself. Try and disengage from meeting the standards and opinions of others, because if we are trying to please creation, nobody's ever going to be happy. And I mean, I see this, like, I do the most and they're upset. I do the least, they're upset. Upset. Like, I pray, they're upset. I don't pray, they're upset. Everybody's upset all the time about everything. So, but I'm a happy person. I like to be happy, and try and keep that in mind as you're trying to please your family and your friends and stuff. Try and please the Almighty and yourself first. And then the rest will come. Your purpose will come. Stressing about your purpose and stressing about being Muslim isn't going to make it easier. You know, just keep elevating yourself, focusing on yourself, surround yourself with people who love you and support you. And if there's people who don't love you and support you, cut them off. Halas, like, goodbye. So, thoughts of the day, guys. Sending you love, dua, peace. And I'm looking at the ocean. I'm going to watch it, inshallah, till Maghrib. So, I'll talk to you soon.